Guys, can we get an appreciation thread going? Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard, can we get them the smallest amount of credit, please? Because they sure as hell deserve it. You can back up. This is recency bias. My friend Errol Helwani taught me about that and explained to me that I have recency bias more than anyone else. And there's a truth to that. If I see something, I am very inclined to go, that was the greatest. That's true. That a week later, I'm saying it again. That's true. Did you go look at that pay-per-view that we just had? That got panned by you guys, right? We panned that one. We missed that one. I was even getting ready to watch it. I'm for sure going to go and see it, but I wasn't that excited for it. It ends up being what I believe to be the greatest pay-per-view that I've seen. I'm well aware of recency bias, but I'm making more of a point, right? It's awesome. You come into what we just saw over the weekend. It was awesome. We don't have to use those words. Those are maybe a promoter's words before it. Got nothing to sell you guys. It's over. But what a special night it was. And Sean Shelby and Mick Maynard put those matches together. They see something. They saw it before they got these bout agreements signed. They delivered on it. I'd like to bring that to you. And there was one fight we didn't get. Are we gonna? Cowboy versus Joe Lauzon. And I will tell you, it doesn't feel good to me. I don't know that I've ever used that term before, save one. A guy was going to be a promoter. He's going to put on an event called Brotherly Love. He was going to put all brothers against each other. Matt and Mark Hughes fight each other. The Sarah brothers fight each other. It was going to be headlined and main event by Ken Shamrock versus Frank Shamrock. Brotherly Love. Never got off the ground, never went anywhere. And when I heard about it over the phone, didn't feel right. I don't want to see two brothers fighting each other. I don't like that. But now I have to bring that term back. I'm bringing that term back that I haven't used since the night I heard about Brotherly Love contest. I don't like that they're both going to be done. I don't like that it's a retirement match. I just don't. And we all understand it. Somebody had a retirement match Saturday, guys, from the UFC. We don't know who yet, but somebody did. And somebody will next week as well. So when you can identify it and you know it ahead of time, it's a very good tool. I would encourage people to use it, but it was used here and it didn't feel right. I had a relief. I was the first to tweet that match was off. And I'm not break news guy. If I had breaking news, I'd send it to Helwani. I'd send it to Akamoto. I'd send it to Ramondi. These guys that like to break news. That's cool for them. But I had it first. And all that happened is I got a phone call from somebody with the commission. We'll word it like that. But they were behind the scenes. They just said, Chael, I was watching Joe Lauzon walk, and then I was watching him not walk. I said, start over. I don't quite know what that means. He said, I'm sitting in the back here. He was walking. Everything was fine. He wasn't walking anymore. Something happened just as he was. I said, did he slip? I said, no. Remember Tony Ferguson and the cord? But what happened? He was walking all of a sudden. He said, this is what happened. And he said, and I'm not the only one that saw it. There's a whole bunch of commission officials. It was only us. There's no media. There's no fan. There's no fighter. There's no coaches back here. But a whole bunch of members of the commission have seen this. There's no way we can go on with this fight. I said, okay, is this officially off? And I took it straight to Helwani. Helwani said, well, I'm actually hearing something, but nobody's confirming it. So it's like, no, Ariel, put it out there. I'm giving you a scoop. Joe Lauzon is not fighting, but Ariel wasn't comfortable. He didn't have it confirmed to this level yet. So I let you guys know. And I let you know from a standpoint of, it almost feels better, right? It almost feels better this fight's off. Let's wish Joe well. Let's get him healthy. What are we going to do about this match? Now, I can't have it both ways. I can't tell you to get behind me and let's all be glad that match didn't happen if we're just going to delay that match. And I also can't tell you it if I come in with the hope that 2 strikes, but we're going to go for a third and book this thing again. And that is what I hope that they do. And there was talk even by Dana that they might not. I don't know about a might. Dana said, no, I'm not interested. I'm not booking again. As a matter of fact, we've already offered Cowboy a different fight. He didn't like the date. He's still available, but I don't want to make this again. Now, that's pissed off. That's in the heat of the moment. That's ever being just told no. My point being, Dana would have the right to change his mind and come out and give us a new answer. But if those are our options, we're going to redo this one. We're going to schedule it for the 3rd time. The stakes are the same, which I know has been said to be a loser leave town match. I think I'm the one that's saying it right. They are both done. The winner is not going to make that walk again. The loser is not going to make the walk again. I think I'm right. Do you guys want to see them rematch that match? That match that's got these same stakes that makes our stomach sick, that we felt relief when it didn't happen? Or do we want to see these two get broken up? Because to break them up would still keep the hex. It would just be with somebody else and maybe not quite as favorable, right? Like these guys are a favorable matchup for each other. 100% Joe Lauzon can beat Cowboy Cerrone. 100% Cowboy can beat Lauzon, right? You guys feel that way. So what do we do? I'm just asking, as a community, what do we do? Because Dana's of the mindset of, no, I'm moving on. And he is not going to change his mind unless you guys encourage him not to. So I'm just wondering, what are you going to say? What are you going to go on Twitter when you hashtag him and say, hey, Dana, give it one more shot? Just asking. What do you think that they should do? It was an incredible card. It was an incredible night. And you know what, guys? As much as you love that card, as much as you have the same excitement as I do when you look back on Saturday, if that fight would have taken place, you're likely to not have that same positive emotion. We would, at some point today, have to thank the memories of one of those two. We would have at some point over here today a funeral for the career of one of these guys, and it would have brought us down. And even though I say that, it needs to be rebooked. We got to rebook these same guys. We'll keep the hex, but we're not going to spread that anywhere else. We found our two guys. Let's get them both healthy. Off we go. That's what I think. Do you agree with me?